It was perhaps one of the most exciting summers in recent history for Greece, when the nation took everyone by surprise by winning the Euros 2004, and then weeks later hosted the 2004 Summer Olympics in Athens, which gave us this lovely aircraft. With that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at a Boeing 737-400 of Olympic. At the front of the box we have a lovely image of the aircraft in real life, and at the bottom of the box we have the Olympic branding. Then on the back side of the box we have the same image one more time, but we can also see it's a limited edition. We have the original dimensions and some additional information. So that's all for the box. Let's take a closer look inside and at the aircraft model itself. And here she is, the Boeing 737-400 of Olympic in the special livery celebrating or promoting the Summer Olympics of 2004 in Athens. Now, a quick note, there have been multiple iterations of the airline as Olympic Airlines, Aviation or Airways, so just for simplicity I will simply refer to it as Olympic. Now, let's take a closer look at the aircraft itself, and we start off with the tail section where we find the Olympic branding on the vertical stabilizer. On top of the stabilizer we have the last letter in the registration code, and we also find underneath the Olympic branding the aircraft type specification. On the fuselage we then find the web address of the airline and the full registration code of the aircraft. At the front of the aircraft across the fuselage we then have the writing of Olympic and the little Hellenic and European flag. We also have a logo specifying that Olympic was the official sponsor airline of the Olympics in 2004. Underneath the cockpit windows we then have the name of the aircraft, and that of course leads us to the cockpit section itself, where we can see the cockpit windows very nicely detailed, but that's all we have here in this case. The engine nacelles have been kept in all white, but do also carry this lovely little sponsoring logo that we found on the fuselage as well, and we have the nice silver leading edges. If you look from the backside, I think that looks rather decently detailed. And of course, if you look into the engines from the front, we can see the engine fan blades. Of course, in more recent releases, this would be pronounced a bit better, but I still think it's quite alright. Just above the wings, we then have on the fuselage the emergency exits printed on, and that of course leads us straight to the wings, because we should definitely also take a look at those. If we start here with the top side, we can see the different flaps. That's the spoilers carved out quite nicely. We also have some different shades of grey for additional detailing. The underside of the wings, bit bare-boned, but we do have the full registration code of the aircraft once again. Then if we look underneath the wings, we can see the main landing gear. What I really love here is that they have actually colored the wheel caps, a cool little detail. The front landing gear, it's not the best, but it's quite alright. And then last but not least, we of course also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here in the backside of the aircraft and here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Boeing 737-400 of Olympic in this special livery celebrating and promoting the Summer Olympics 2004 in Athens. So what can we say about this aircraft model? Well, obviously it's not a recent release, so there might be a few things where we have to forgive it for not quite living up to the standard that we have today. On the other hand, there are also a few things that I actually think are better on this model compared to what we get today. The print quality overall is excellent. I really can't fault it there. The only thing I think is missing here is of course the window wipers. That would be a detail that we at least would get today, but overall, other than that, I think it's really good. The physical details are great. Of course, there are a few things, for example how the nose is shaped and the front landing gear. I think that's better in more recent releases, but again, I think it is quite alright for the time it was released. But the main reason for buying this model today, I think, is of course mainly the livery and its association with the Olympic Games in 2004 in Athens. And for that, I think it's doing a really good job. It's a nice little memorabilia, and it's a nice little model with a great little history behind it, which is something I always appreciate. And for that alone, I would say yes, it's absolutely worth having in one's collection. Now with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. And of course, if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. And with that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.